Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Formula Costco Season 5. It is race 10 of 12. We are in Las Vegas for the first time in Formula Costco history, and we will be making more history as we go into this race with a tied points battle for the championship between Slurp and DeMeo, the 2 points leaders. With just 3 races left to decide who wins it all, Las Vegas tonight will play an important part in that battle. I am Normie on Xbox, here with you once again, and I am joined once again by Mr. BB and Potato.
Yeah, excited for this race today, Las Vegas. First time here in Costco. I think it'll be a really fun challenge to watch here.
Most of the drivers not really particularly looking forward to this race, I would say. Everyone kind of nervous about the new challenges, I guess. Some also just not a fan of the track in general. So we'll see how that plays into what happens tonight. I also myself have to get acquainted with the Las Vegas track because I've never actually seen it. But we will do our best. And speaking of never seeing them, Vector Bro making his first start in a long time, I think since the beginning of Season 4, I want to say, in the McLaren. So Aaron, who is making his second start ever, has a teammate. And McLaren, the defending Constructors Champions, did not have drivers for the longest time, but now they have a full stable for tonight at least. Cole also on track on the intermediates. Chan is back as well, as we should have a decently full race tonight. I know Josh and NASCAR Fan and Rowdy will all be joining us during the session. Potato, I gotta ask, if there is anything to expect, what do you expect tonight?
I think it's really the biggest moment will be in the first couple of corners, turn 1 here. I think it's going to be very interesting. We've seen in the past, I believe, never mind, I can't remember. I think it's Singapore that has a similar type of turn 1 feel where going into that right left-hander to start the race. So I think it'll be interesting if they can get through there. There's going to be a lot of deciding for this race off that first corner.
All right. See if I can find someone to go on board with for their lap. Vector and Cole have both completed their first ones. Cheesy Man is on his first flying lap. I'm going to go on board with Logan here so we can get a view of that turn 1 that you're talking about. Wide sweeping turn 1, and then a lot of throttle here through sector number 1 down to a DRS zone. Then hard on the brakes for this right-hander. Cheesy Man jumps to P1 with a 132.4. As we keep on board with Logan here, who goes very wide at this chicane. And that's going to cost the RB some time. There is NASCAR Fan as Logan goes into the wall as well. And got to mention, too, 2 long DRS zones tonight in Las Vegas, which will make for some very crucial passing opportunities. As Chan has now finished his lap as well, 133.1.
I think these guys just feeling out this track. A lot of them probably have raced on here before. Unlike me when I went out at Japan, when I've never raced here in this game. But these guys, it's a new track relatively, and they might have raced on it before. But for league racing experience, it's it's going to be very foreign for them for this first couple of laps. So they're just trying to get as ready as they can. Feel like the track. You saw a lot of guys just going slow, letting guys by on their out laps.
Logan finished his lap, 134 flat.
Oh.
Aaron finished his 135.6. Oh, what happened?
Aaron just hit the wall off the corner. He's just going to retire.
Oh, there he goes. I see him. Oh, Banjo barely misses the wall. He backs out of the lap as a result. 6 drivers have set laps. As actually we got JB Smooth here as well. So that makes another runner here tonight. Good to see. Banjo, I believe, the only one on track that was on a lap.
Both our championship leaders still in the pit here waiting. Oops, Sector 2, I think that was Banjo again. Might have been.
So, DeMeo and Slurp level on points going into this race. As we mentioned before, it's been dead even for them throughout the entire season. It's been an awesome battle to watch. 158 to 158 with just Las Vegas, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi left to go. Going into these last 3 races, do you think one has the advantage with tracks that they like, driving style, anything like that?
I think if I were to put money on it, I would say DeMeo. But, I mean, really anything can happen. It's just really up to what Slurp can put out in these last 3 races. If it's, average runs, then I don't think that's going to be really it, because I think DeMeo's going to put up his game here the final few races. I think especially,
Yep.
I don't quite know him as well, but I think Brazil is going to be a good track to see both of these guys with 2 races to go. I believe, right? That would be 2 races to go.
2 races after this one, yes. Yeah, I mean, I have to... I mean, I don't know. Slurp's been really strong at Brazil in the past as well. Brazil, speaking of which, has put on a absolute thriller every time we've gone there. So, especially going in there with a tight championship battle, it's going to be a sight to see. And we have to call back to Boyd getting his first career win there, season number 1. As Banjo hits the wall again on another flying lap. He's going to have to back out again. Banjo struggling here early in the session as we're just talking about the championship battle. DeMeo and Slurp both on track now for their first laps. As DeMeo's teammate, Joey in the Alpine, takes the green. Joey, the most poles in the series this season with 5. But still looking for that first podium. Could tonight be the night?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just getting through the first couple of corners. He's had some really bad starts to these races. Just losing spots off the start, maybe just being more passive than he needs to be in situations. And he ups the ante later in the race, but maybe just needs to keep that intensity up throughout the whole race and keep those spots from the beginning.
Yeah, Joey has struggled on the starts for sure. See, he goes through Sector 2. Looking like a pretty solid lap here so far as Slurp actually went back into the pits. DeMeo took the green, so we'll not see Slurp on track quite yet. Keep following Joey here as he reaches the DRS zone. There are yellows in Sector 1 for a slow McLaren. And Joey will come to the line looking to knock Cheesy Man off. Provisional pole. Looks like he's going to do it and more. 131.2. Joey the pole machine strikes again and puts it on provisional pole by over a second. Now on board with his teammate DeMeo. We talk about the championship battle, we have to keep on mentioning the ever-impressive only 1 finish off the podium this entire season through 9 races for DeMeo, and that's absolutely the reason he is in this championship battle.
Yeah, I think, as I said, I think it's just going to be the winning pace from Slurp. If he can have winning pace these final few weeks, that can help him in the championship.
And Slurp potentially had a winning pace last week, but just got out-strategized by Cole. Slurp finished second in Belgium last week. DeMeo finished third. DeMeo goes to second with a 131.8, about 6/10 off of his teammate, but P2 is where he wants to be as Josh has now joined. Let's just saw Rowdy join the lobby, so looks like we'll have 14 here tonight, which is a good turnout. As JB Smooth, just talked about him joining a minute ago. He is on his first lap now. There's Rowdy.
And I have a feeling there'll be a couple less than 14, the first few laps gone in this one.
Expecting some early DNFs.
Yep. And, the track itself, I don't think is as chaotic. Doesn't cause as much chaos as something like Baku, like where we saw where half the field DNF'd. But just the foreign kind of experience for a lot of these guys, and some of them even in their first race, having gone through this track, I think there's going to be some guys that either go off. We saw Aaron and Banjo already lose their entire wings. And with cars around you, if you lose an entire wing, there's a lot of the time you'll get into somebody else. So
JB completes his lap, goes to 7th, 1:35.6. As Banjo back out after having to back out of 2 flying laps. Rowdy out now after joining. Slurp on the clock. Let's go on board with the Ferrari. DeMeo in P2. Let's see how Slurp can do. Cutting that corner a little bit close on track limits, but we'll see what he is able to do. Flies by the Williams of Banjo. As he activates DRS now. And goes into the final couple of turns. As Aaron just improved to go to 7th with a 134.5. And Slurp is on the front stretch now. See where he can put the Ferrari. To the line, he runs out of battery, and he will still go to 2nd, so Slurp jumps just ahead of DeMeo by 0.2 of a second. They probably will both get one more run in, but if there's no improvement, then Slurp would start ahead of his championship rival. Still 4 minutes to go, though, and he's going to have to go into the pits quickly and get another set of tires on that car. Rowdy on track now. As I imagine we'll see everybody come back out here soon for their last run of the session here.
Yeah, it was really late into the session, Slurp getting that lap in, so he's going to be. I think he's going to end up being close if he wants to get a second one in.
It looks like he's flying back to the pits right now to try to get new tires on that car. As Rowdy struggled there through the end of sector number 1. As we're on board with him. Josh on an out lap. He has just taken the green. As there's a complete logjam now in the end of sector 1 as everyone starts to come back out. There's JB's over there, Cole's over there, the McLarens are over there. Josh is about to come through on a flying lap. Not sure how that's going to affect him. But you see 4 cars altogether here. And none of them are on flying laps. As Joey, Cheesy Man, Chan, Joe... Sorry, go ahead.
A lot of guys go, really slow to let guys by at the start, getting laps through. Somebody just went off there.
That's Banjo. Now the entire grid, besides NASCAR Fan, is out. NASCAR Fan and Aaron and Slurp. Not sure if Slurp's going to be able to get back out. They're just taking his car into the garage right now. There's just 2 minutes left.
Solid lap by Rowdy. Up into 4th. I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than what it ended up being.
Yeah, he had that issue at the end of Sector 1. Here comes Cheesy Man, who was on provisional pole for a while. He has just taken the green, as these will be the last flying laps for everyone. Slurp has already put new tires on the car. Let's see if he's able to get back out in time. There's a minute 50 left. He's going to have to hurry. Here comes the Williams of NASCAR fan out. Still, I'm not seeing Slurp. There he is.
Slurp, yep. I don't know.
He's just coming out of the pits. A flying lap's about a 130. I don't think he's going to get there. He's going to have to go a lot quicker to the line than he wants to save his tires. But Cole just taking the green as JB looks like he's coming to take the green as well. Logan to the line. DeMeo on an outlap coming to the line as well. So we're about to have the entire grid on flying laps at once, besides NASCAR fan who just retired, who he will start P14. DeMeo to the line. Will start his lap. Williams behind him, of Banjo just starting one as well. So here we go. The grid is about to flip. Can Slurp get to the line in time? There's 7 seconds left. No, he will not get there. So Slurp will... There's 45 seconds left, excuse me. He still could get there. It's going to be really, really close. Cheesy Man will be the first one to finish his last lap. Chan retires. And let's see what Cheesy Man can do. He improves by 4/10, goes to 4th. Good lap from him. As here comes Joey. Try to improve on his 131.2, which is already on pole, and he does not. He marginally does not improve. As Aaron just takes the green. Where is Slurp is going to get to the line in time. He is flying behind the McLaren. I can't see the time. There's 4 seconds left. Can he get there? 3, 2, 1. Slurp takes the green with 2 seconds left in the session.
But he's got a car in front of him.
Closer than he wanted to be. And there's there is a car in front of him. Cole goes to 6th with a 132.3. And there's a wreck. Slurp crashes out.
That was
and there's a penalty for Josh. Oh, there you see Slurp's right or left front tire is on top of his car. And apparent contact with the Sauber has made him retire. DeMeo retires as well. My, oh my.
I think Josh was trying to get out of the way. He has no battery.
Rowdy retired.
Had a hot lap.
And Banjo jumps all the way up to 3rd, splits the 2 championship rivals with a 131.6. And if Aaron and Josh aren't able to improve, but Josh is going really slow, so that'll be it. What a crazy end to qualifying. We'll watch Aaron go through here to finish. He's going to be the last one on a flyer. Wow. Here comes Aaron. And he will improve to a 133 flat, which puts him up to 9th. But that means that for the 6th time this season, Joey will be on pole position. So make it 6 of the 10 races. Joey has won pole for over 50% of the races.
We're just waiting for Josh Brown to finish his lap.
I don't imagine that Slurp is going to be very happy with Josh.
Yeah, I mean,
there was so much traffic.
On a hot lap, he was like at 10% battery when that happened, to sit on the left side of the racetrack. But I think he could have left a bit more room there, considering. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be a disagreement there.
Josh did get a 5-place grid penalty for that incident, but he was going to start 13th anyway, so only losing 1 spot. Slurp still starting P2, with DeMeo starting 4th. So I think he'll still be happy with that. So it'll be Joey, Slurp, Banjo, DeMeo, Cheesy Man top 5, Rowdy, Cole, Vector, Aaron, Chan, the top 10, then Logan, JB, Josh, NASCAR fan round out the field, but NASCAR fan will start ahead of Josh because of that grid penalty. Pretty wild qualifying session, and that only makes me think, what in the world are we going to get for the race here?
It looks like Josh said after this in the chat that said sorry to Slurp And he forgot how qualifying works, jokingly. So I think just wasn't thinking there. I don't know, because he had no battery, so I don't know. I don't know what was going on there.
Either way, they're both going to have to move past it.
The Slurp's still
So
with
they
a good
get ready to
qualifying
go.
position, though.
Yeah, Slurp's still P2. He's going to be happy about that. As here we go. The 5 lights are on from Las Vegas for the first time in Formula Costco history. It's race 10 of 12, a level championship battle, and here we go. Slurp, the championship rival with DeMeo, is battling with his teammate for the lead into turn number one. There's a little bit of contact between the Ferrari and the Alpine, and Joey gets the advantage. Here comes Banjo on the inside. Banjo qualified third, is going to jump to second. Here comes DeMeo past as well. Not the start that Slurp wanted at all. He's lost 2 positions, 1 to his championship rival on the start. Joey leads. Banjo, DeMeo, Slurp, Coles move up to 5th. They're battling for 6th. Cheesy Man and Rowdy. Cheesy Man able to get wide. They're 3 wide, and there's a crash at the back. That's Vectored and Logan and JB Smoove, and there's a yellow flag. 3 wide never works in Formula One, especially at a track that's this small. And you saw that right there. Vector, not the return that he wanted, already down to 12th with major damage to the McLaren. And that was just 2 sectors of racing. Joey still leads Banjo, DeMeo, and Slurp. Put on the positions here to see how everyone started. Vector drops from 8th to 12th as JB tries to go back after Logan now after being in that incident. He moves it back up to 10th.
Yeah, Logan.
Nice start from last week's winner, Cole. Went from 7th to 5th.
I don't know. I can't remember who was that third car there, but definitely Logan and Vector both with damage. Tried to squeeze 3 wide off that corner. There's not room for that here.
It was Logan, Vector, and JB, I think. And maybe it was NASCAR Fan because he's way back. NASCAR Fan, another start issue. We've seen plenty of those from him this season, unfortunately. Joey leads lap 1. There's Logan and Vector both into the pits. And Josh is as well. So maybe that was more cars than we realized, as 3 cars make lap 1 pit stops. Top 7 still the same. Aaron trying to close down on Rowdy for that position. He has broken just away from Chan, who is about 2 seconds ahead of JB. And we talked about the start there. Slurp qualified second ahead of DeMeo by 2 positions and lost both of those in the first sector. Still a long way to go, but now DeMeo holds the advantage in the championship fight.
This is right where DeMeo's been all season, right in that podium spot.
Here comes Banjo with the RS looking for the lead. He's actually going to give Rowdy a bump. Or not Rowdy, I'm sorry, Joey a bump.
Oh.
It's Joey. Ooh, that was close. Messed up a little bit there. Now Banjo's going to go for the lead. DeMeo now going to push his teammate, and it's going to be a 3-way fight for the lead. Banjo will clear, and now it's an Alpine battle for second. There's contact, and that was almost major. DeMeo got so sideways there on the front stretch. That looked like he was headed straight for the wall. As now Slurp has lost another position. Cole is up to 4th.
He's struggling right now. Had an issue.
Yeah.
Went wide. It's opened the door for Cole, who got the fastest lap that time around, please.
And he almost lost a spot to Cheesy Man as well. Yeah, NASCAR Fan was slow in Sector 3 while all that was going on. And early struggles for Slurp in the Ferrari. As DeMeo runs 3rd, he has now lost 3 positions from the start, down to 5th, and now is losing touch with the top 4 already. Banjo leads at Las Vegas. He was looking forward to this race as well. Cole's in the wall on the exit of that corner, which promotes Slurp back up to 4th.
Taking the advantage of the same mistake Slurp made himself. Taking it right back. But he's in a rough spot, though. DeMayo's losing.
Possibly going for 2nd. Ooh, DeMayo had a problem there, had to lift big. And that's going to close Slurp right up to the bumper. Battle for 6th. Cheesy Man had a look at Cole in turn 1. Logan and Vector going at it for 11th back here. Logan made the pass into turn 1. Vector tried the crossover, could not get there though. Has the run, is going to push Logan through. Josh and NASCAR fans still trying to recover from their lap 1 pit stops. As DeMayo has now lost touch with Joey and Banjo. So the top 2 have now broken DRS from the rest of the field.
There's a bit of a line here. You see under a second between a lot of these guys back to 8th even.
Okay. NASCAR fan has pitted again.
Logan and Vector trading spots back there. Might end up being, they're hoping for a safety car, because it might end up being for nothing if they can't get the better way of the strategy.
Joey, oh my goodness. Joey with a move for the lead. Banjo lagged back a little bit. That was almost major damage, but Joey peeks out at just the right time and gets by him for the lead. And DeMayo, that's chicane, the second to last corner. DeMayo is really struggling. That's now 2 times in a row he has messed up and lost a lot of time.
I saw a lot of guys struggling in that chicane in qualifying.
Seems to be the trouble spot so far. 4 laps complete. Joey takes the lead back away. Banjo thinks about it into the right-hander. Potato, walk me through what you think the strategy is going to be tonight as we take a look at the tires. Top 10 all on mediums to start the race.
Well, I think, you know, given what we saw last week, I think probably I would guess a medium to hard, and we're going to be seeing this, I mean, around somewhere to switch over to a double-digit lap counter, maybe. I didn't look at the official F1 game strategy, but you got 2 guys also. The 3 guys, NASCAR fan, but he's probably out of the strategy at this point completely. Already on hards, so they're possibly just going maybe for hards until softs. So I think a hard strategy is probably what most of these guys are going to do, I would guess. Battle for the lead here.
Yep, here comes Banjo looking around the outside this time. Oh, that's going to be tight, and Banjo makes the most of it and clears them. That could have been a lot worse than it was. Now DeMayo has rejoined the fight and is going to look to the inside of his teammate Joey for second on the front stretch. Slurp in the battle as well. Where will Slurp go with this? Rowdy takes fastest lap as everyone is all together. Now Joey and DeMayo still going at it into turn 1. DeMayo on the inside is able to clear him for second place.
Rowdy got past Cheesy, and he was just waiting in this line that had been built up third on back, and now second on back.
That is a big penalty for NASCAR fan. 10-second penalty for corner cutting. Already well out of the picture. And a bad day goes worse.
This is just not his track. Oh, he might be retiring it.
Yellows in Sector 2. That is for NASCAR fan, who is limping.
Might be driving drunk right now. This is pretty. I gotta go back to the lead because this is outside of the.
It is Las Vegas.
Go for the finish. Yeah.
Rowdy with a time penalty.
That's unintentional.
As he got passed by Cole, had an issue there, got a time penalty as well, and there's a time penalty for JB Smoove just as we're talking about that. So Rowdy now trying to defend from Cheesy Man as DeMeo goes for the lead and takes it away from Banjo. DeMeo leads for the first time.
What is happening? That's 4 cars
And
in a lap.
DeMeo had another issue in the same corner. Now Banjo going to look back for the lead. Still side by side as they go to the line. Banjo leads it at the line. There's NASCAR fan just ahead of these guys going into turn 1. They're still side by side, Banjo and DeMeo. Banjo on the inside, DeMeo on the outside. And DeMeo backed off. Not sure if that was intentional to get Banjo the spot or not, but wouldn't have been the worst idea. There's still a long way to go. As now with DRS, DeMeo splits the Williams and takes the lead back away. So a very nice battle going on between the Alpine and the Williams, as NASCAR fan is still slow. He is now parked in the middle of the track in Sector 1.
Oh, it was a NASCAR fan, yeah, okay.
Yep, he is currently doing burnouts in Sector 1. Think your drunk theory might be right. Top 7 all still in DRS of each other. Aaron is in 8th, 4.5 seconds off of Cheesy Man, and there's a virtual safety car out now. NASCAR fan is still sitting over in Sector 1.
That's that one might be reviewed over. I think that's all because of NASCAR fan. I don't think anybody else got into anything.
I don't think so. Yeah, NASCAR fan is lapped now and has major wing damage on that Williams. So lap 7 virtual safety car. Do we see anybody come into pit here possibly?
You know, I don't think so. I don't think it's really a strategy I would go for here. I think the guys on hards.
On the leader's passing. Nope, Cheesy Man comes in.
Well, he'll take advantage of it.
If you jump to hards now, I don't think it's the worst idea, and that's what Cheesy Man is going to do.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. I'm worried on the fall off there. Coming to the end of the race.
He would have to take these hards 18 laps, but he's going to have the time advantage pitting under VSC. So Cheesy Man at the end of that DRS train in 7th place thinks he's going to try something that could potentially get him his first podium. Perhaps this is the move that gets him there. He's going to have plenty of clean track, and he just comes out just as the green flag comes back out. So that was perfect timing for the Aston Martin there. There was some contact, I think, between Cole and Rowdy, I want to say. As the green came out at a weird time for the leaders. DeMeo still leads. Banjo, Joey, Slurp, Cole, Rowdy, as there's another penalty for NASCAR fan for speeding.
Oh, man.
And there he goes.
Parked it. He was a bit antsy getting to the garage to put the car away. He got a speeding penalty before DNFing it. Just
might have more time penalties than points on a drunk driver's license, as Slurp goes for 3rd. And here comes Cole for 4th as well. Joey loses 2 positions in one straightaway. Here comes Cole for 3rd as well on Slurp. Side by side. Oh, Cole jumps the curb. Now Joey flies around the outside. And the Rowdy spins it. And is able to keep going. Yellows are out. But he has... Yeah, what a save. Lose anything,
really. He's going to be out of their draft.
He lost the pack, and here he comes into pit road. And he speeds!
Oh, he can't
no.
do that. Oh, man.
Rowdy with a speeding penalty as he goes onto the hard tires, and that's going to take him out of the contention for the win for sure, unless there's a safety car
too. He
that
didn't
falls
have
his
any
way.
damage.
Well, I think he made that mistake and has just decided to change up his strategy, but that 10-second penalty is going to kill any opportunity of that. So now makes that the top 5 in DRS of each other. Still about 5 seconds ahead of Aaron, who is having a great run, I might say. Aaron P6 in his 2nd ever start in Formula Costco. And not having that much experience on the F1 game. Have to shout him out. Mayo still leading Banjo.
I believe he got in the points last week, didn't he? It was like 9th or 10th.
Got his first points. He got 9th last week. As Cole and Joey continue to battle, Cole takes 4th back away from the Alpine. As Polster Joey falls to 5th.
The same
We'll
story
see
for him.
this. Yep. Just not able to maintain that pole pace. As you see a nice overhead shot here of all the top 5 going through. As Chan and JB Smooth going to battle out for 7th place. There's Chan by the Haas driver. As here comes Joey, potentially looking for a re-overtake on the Mercedes. Not able to get it on the front stretch there. As we complete lap 9 of 25, we have 16 laps to go in race 10 of the season.
These top 3, maybe trying to separate themselves.
Cole falling back a little bit as another time penalty. This one for Logan, who is in 12th.
And guess where? It's that same spot, that final chicane. Again, everybody.
Maybe we should just call that catastrophe corner.
Yeah. They either catch too much of the curb and go off, or cut it too much, try to avoid it and getting penalties. That's one thing. If I'm cheesy, the number one thing you cannot do is do not get any type of time penalty. The best thing that'll help them in this kind of strategy is just keeping on pace. Don't do anything Jurassic battle for second here.
Slurp going for second, potentially going for the lead, going for the 2-for-1. It's the championship rivals going at it for the lead. DeMeo trying to hang on the inside. It's going to be close, and Slurp takes the lead away with a nice move. A 2-for-1, but now DeMeo with the run, going to go back to the inside, and there's a little bit of contact and tire banging on the front stretch as Slurp keeps the lead. First of many battles we'll probably see between the championship rivals tonight as here comes DeMeo once more. Turn 1, we go side by side. And DeMeo on the inside is able to hold off Slurp for the lead. A great battle between the two. Slurp did the 2-for-1, then DeMeo said not so fast. But now Slurp with the DRS could potentially look for the re-overtake, but does not do it into that right-hander. Man, the battles in this top 5 have been really fun to watch. But going back to Cheesy Man, I wanted to see what kind of time he was making. I'm going to try to catch the lap times the next time by to see what he's running compared to the leaders. But, I mean, as it stands, he's only... I want to stay like 12 or 13 seconds behind the lead.
Let me,
already made that pit stop.
Yeah, he's 15 behind the lead right now.
15 seconds, okay. So, not exactly sure how much you lose on a pit stop, but I mean, he should come out the leader. As Cole takes third from Banjo. And here comes Slurp again. This time easily clearing DeMeo for the top spot. As JB and Chan are going at it for 7th again. JB retaking that spot after Chan took it a minute ago as Cole comes into the pits. First one of the top 5 we see come in. Cole going onto hards here on lap 12.
I think this is the right time. I would either go this lap or the next.
Cole won last week in Spa off of perfect strategy. We'll see how this affects him this week, but Cheesy Man is well ahead of him by about 3 seconds or so.
I think they waited too long. I didn't... Whoa, man.
Oh, Cheesy Man and Chan are getting really acquainted with each other there. Because Cheesy Man had to squeeze by the Mercedes.
By Chan. He did not want Cheesy to get that spot.
No, he did not. But Cheesy Man gets it anyway. And Cole being the first one to pit, Cheesy Man is now about 4 seconds ahead of him, but 4-lap older tires. So that pitting under the VSC could work out very well for the Aston Martin. We'll have to see when everyone else decides to come in. Slurp still leads DeMeo, Banjo, and Joey, who are now the 4 left in this top pack.
But it's still a cautionary tale what we saw at Belgium with Banjo.
Here comes DeMeo for the lead.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Takes it away. Continue what you were saying.
But we... Oh!
Oh,
But
Joey!
again!
Oh my goodness. The pole sitter gets a time penalty.
Trying to stay with the leaders and push it too much. Look at the
And here
leaders. They're going in pit
comes
road.
DeMeo and Slurp. Both the title rivals come in at the same time. There's another time penalty. This time it's Chan for a 3-second penalty. As DeMeo and Slurp come in at the same exact time, I think Rowdy just got another time penalty. DeMeo onto hard, Slurp as well. And oh my goodness, DeMeo comes out just ahead. Their cars ghosted into each other, but DeMeo clears them now. And let's see where Cole is. Cole going around the outside of both of them. He clears Slurp, but DeMeo stays ahead of the Mercedes. But Cheesy Man has jumped all of these guys. And still has about 3 seconds now ahead of DeMeo, who leads the pack that have just pitted. With Chan in between them, still holding on to Cheesy Man's DRS.
I think we have a time of rest for a second to talk about it. So we saw at Belgium with Banjo, I believe, who was the one who undercut, and it was so surprising him gaining all those spots, but then it all diminished. So she's just trying to not have that happen. Keep his spot, but it's going to be tough.
He has the track position right now, though. And I'm going to try to compare times between him and DeMeo once they get back up to speed. As Banjo and Joey lead. Those two and Chan have yet to pit. Everyone else has made at least one stop. Logan and Josh, the lap 1 pit stops. And Banjo and Joey look like they're both coming in. Speaking of Josh, he just got another time penalty as Cole has made the move on DeMeo to go up into 5th place. So Cole would be the effective leader on this strategy now. We'll see where Banjo and Joey cycle. They're probably going to be behind these guys because of the undercut. And here comes Chan in as well, which will promote Cheesy Man to the lead. And Cole to 2nd, DeMeo to 3rd, Slurp to 4th. Let's see where Banjo and Joey come out. Banjo just ahead of Rowdy, who has now rejoined the top pack here. Banjo about a 2nd behind Slurp. And Cheesy Man now leads Cole by 2.6 seconds.
A rare sight for him this season, not to, you know, knock him down, but Cheesy out front here. 2 seconds ahead of the leaders. On paper, it's comfortable, but in the end, it's going to be really... Oh, big mistake! He had to have lost a ton of time there. I guess he's fine. Never mind.
He only lost about 2 tenths.
I thought it was going to be a lot worse. He looked really slow through there, cut through that section of the corner. He's going to be lucky if he doesn't get a time penalty eventually.
And Cole was about 2.8 behind when he came out of the pits. So... hasn't really gained all that much. I'm sure Cole will get there eventually, especially with the older tires and the wear at the end of the race. As Rowdy takes 5th away from Banjo, who is still on those cold tires. Joey is as well. As Slurp makes a 3-wide move for 2nd place! Wow! He's not slowing down. As Rowdy had a problem behind him.
Yeah. Something happened to Rowdy, got passed by 2 cars. There.
And they are running down Cheesy Man here quickly now. We saw Slurp make the 2-for-1 there as DeMeo and Cole were side by side. He just flew around both of them like they were standing still. Now he is the one on the charge, trying to hunt down Cheesy Man.
To mention Joey up to 5th. But to mention everybody we got 3 cars that haven't made their stop in this cycle, really, if we're counting Rowdy and Cheesy in this cycle. Vectored and Logan still on the hards from the beginning when they had damage, and Josh Brown on mediums, 13-lap-old mediums.
I'd say those 3 are the only ones that we know for sure cannot make it to the end. As Slurp already now half a second behind Cheesy Man will probably get him with the DRS right here. Activates it with battery and a huge run, and there goes Slurp to the lead. Coming to 10 laps to go. Cheesy Man's strategy had him out front for a while, but no longer. As Banjo and Joey continue to battle for 5th.
This is an opportunity for DeMeo here. He's already passed Cole, but he just has to, if he can get through Cheesy quick here, he can maybe build a cushion.
Fastest lap for Slurp, which will be another championship point if he's able to hold on to that at the end of the race. And JB, a penalty. We've seen plenty of time penalties tonight. Cheesy Man goes wide. DeMeo tries to go to the inside. He is there. Activates overtake, trying to get this move done and try not to let Slurp get away. And he will do so. Cole looking to do the same. Here comes Cole for 3rd on the inside. And gets the move done. So Cheesy Man went off title into 4th, about 2.5 seconds ahead of Joey and Banjo, who have been battling fiercely since they came out of pit road.
Yeah, Banjo kind of the opposite mistake of Belgium. I don't really blame him for Belgium because he wasn't really in a winning position beforehand, but pitted later this time than a lot of the guys been hard, and he's back to 6th.
Slurp leads by 9/10. DeMeo using battery to try to get back in there. Slurp has 5%. They're both using all of their overtake. Cole using all of his as well here.
I mean, Cole's
As
running
DeMeo
dry trying to stay here.
Yep, Cole actually lost DRS off of DeMeo. DeMeo clearly in Slurps now as he closes up to 0.2 of a second. Cole now 1.4 back. As Cheesy Man, oh, there's the time penalty that he did not need. 3 seconds for him as well. Probably the 7th or 8th 3-second penalty we've seen so far today.
I mean, he had a possible 4th place, like, right in his hands coming up, because behind him was Joey with a penalty. I mean,
yeah.
Just unforced errors by
DeMeo right on Slurp for the lead, does not make the move. Coming 8 laps to go, and it's the 2 title rivals 1-2. And someone winning and someone finishing 2nd will be a huge 7-point swing. And one that could potentially decide the championship, depending on what happens in the next 2 races, of course. But whoever comes out on top would have a huge advantage. As Cole is now just caught back up to DeMeo's DRS. DeMeo probably wants Cole in this fight so that if he doesn't win, then Cole can maybe take the win off a Slurp.
Yeah, I think for our viewing experience, just these two up front, these two
And here it comes.
contenders.
DeMeo to the inside for the lead. He jumps the curb, but keeps the lead anyway as Slurp had an issue there, and now Cole is all over for 2nd place. Cole pushing Slurp down the front straightaway. Coming 8 laps to go. DeMeo leads. Slurp and Cole. It's a 3-way battle for the win. Now Cole looks to the inside. Rowdy back into the pits from 7th place.
Cole does not care that these two are the ones battling for a championship. He's still in 3rd. He knows he can win races, and he's battling just as hard as the top 2.
Cole leads the series and wins this season with 3. He won last week at Belgium. Looking to make it back-to-back and get his 4th win. Slurp and DeMeo both won twice. And another time penalty for Cheesy Man, who is now under pressure from Joey and gets past for 4th place. Banjo just behind him as well. We'll probably get that spot pretty soon.
I think Cheesy, if he can just hold it, he'll end up getting 6th on the end of this one.
Yep, Aaron way back. But still Aaron having a great run in P7.
Yeah, I mean, heck of a
Deckard
run.
in 9th. Good to see McLaren in the points today. As Slurp with the DRS and the run. DeMeo blocks a little bit. Slurp does not make the move. As Banjo now passes Joey, they're still going at it. As Banjo hops the curb there, and
Cole up to 2nd.
Joey keeps the position, and here comes Cole. Flies by Slurp for second, so now the championship rivals have been split by Cole. As we take 6 laps to go.
Cole took the inside on Slurp, going wide. I believe it was again in that chicane section.
That last chicane has caused a lot of problems for guys tonight.
Yeah, but all of that.
See how it affects the battle at the end.
Here it is.
Joey and Banjo 2 seconds back of the front 3 who have been going at it fiercely.
I think if you were to take a guess at what has happened in this race, the major event has either been in the pit road, DRS
Yellows
zone,
are out.
or in
That's
that
Josh. That's off at sector 1. He has spun in turn number 1.
He's on 16
like...
lap-old mediums. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, no wonder he spun there. But he gets going, which means we will stay green.
Those tires are screaming for dear life right now.
Cole with the DRS, going for the lead, and there's Cheesy Man's out of the race! And that's a safety car out just as Cole gets the lead! That could not have come at a more perfect time. Cole snatches the lead from DeMeo just as the safety car comes out for a retiring Cheesy Man. Wow. And now we're going to re-rack and everyone's going to put on softs. We're going to have a short run to the end here. As here come Cole, Slurp, DeMeo out of the pits. Joey as well, Banjo, and...
Did Cheesy have a wreck in the kink?
I don't know.
Pit stops.
I'm trying to see where he DNF'd at. Cole on the mediums. Slurp on the mediums as well. DeMeo on the softs. Banjo and Joey on the softs. Wow. Medium tires with just 6 laps to go in the race. Yeah, me too. Wow. And we're not going to get going until 5 laps to go, probably 4.
Rowdy's going to stay out.
Yep.
He luckily just pitted.
Safety car is a big gift for him. So, very split between the top 6. Banjo, Joey, DeMeo out for softs, Cole, Slurp, Aaron up for mediums. Rowdy's on mediums that he pitted for a couple of laps ago, then JB, Vector, Chan, Logan all on the soft tires. And a wrench has been thrown into the end of this race with a late safety car, and Logan with a huge time penalty for crossing the white line on pit exit.
Josh still trying to catch up. He had just now passed Cheesy, where his wreck
He's still
car
going to
was
come into the pits, I imagine.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yep, Josh is in the pits now, so it's going to be a little bit before we go back green. Which only helps those guys on the softs more, I think. But it gives them less time to make moves. Josh gets a new front wing and soft tires, and is serving a penalty. And there he goes.
I'll give it to him. He did pull off the medium to soft strategy about the best you could, but in the process of wrecking a couple of times and some penalties.
And now as the leader's just about to get to the line, Josh is in Sector 1, just exiting the pits. 5 laps to go here, we take it under safety car.
How about Aaron here? He's practically in 5th because Joey has a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, I am so impressed with the run he's having today.
Well, the biggest thing is he hasn't gotten penalties. Everybody around him, he's surrounded by guys who made those mistakes. And heck, the guy behind him who didn't also is his teammate, Vector, making a return. The 2 guys that aren't experienced at this racetrack coming back into the series and having, clean races, other than the first lap, of course. Where I believe
Logan is back in to serve his 10-second penalty.
It might be another couple of decades before Josh finally catches up to the field. This is
Yeah.
just one of those
I think we're not
races.
going to get going till 3 to go.
I will say I'm surprised. I think less DNFs than I thought, but still
Only
just as
2,
much
yeah.
mistakes.
But I mean, anything can happen. It's probably going to be chaos here in the last 3 laps.
Flirt, maybe getting flashbacks to as Monza where he just got jumped on that restart. Was it one of the Red Bulls? Was it either Rowdy or Honey Badger?
Not going this time. We'll probably get going next time with 3 laps to go. And those 3 laps will be
This is looking
absolutely
better and better
crucial.
for the softs.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
Oh, Rowdy on pit road.
And I think he thinks the softs are the better tire as well. Oh no, he has wing damage.
Oh, what happened there?
Wow. So Rowdy is to fall to... it'll be 10th as Logan is back down again. Or no, Logan comes out ahead. So Rowdy falls to 11th after coming in for softs and a wing change.
Logan's pitted, I believe, 3 times under this safety car, and sorry to keep harping on him, Josh has not passed him yet.
Looking at the penalties here, Joey has 3 seconds, JB 6 seconds, Rowdy and Josh 6 seconds, Chan and Logan all both have 3-second penalties. And we're looking at it, everyone made 2 stops. Rowdy has made 3, Logan has made 4, Josh has made 2. And speaking of Josh, he has finally caught up to the field, and we should get back going this time by. Alright, so split strategy between Cole and the rest of the field, most notably between the 2 championship rivals, DeMeo and Slurp. And we will be going green here in what will be a huge 3 laps that will help decide the complexion of the rest of this season. Safety car is in this lap. Will Cole be able to hold off the 2 title rivals for the win, or will one of them take it and be in a great position going into the last 2 races of the season? Safety car pulls away, and Cole will get them going here in a second. Cole going for back-to-back wins, and what would be number 4 in the season. DeMeo and Slurp tied in points, as we mentioned before, and Banjo and Joey behind them, both looking for their first wins of the season. When does Cole hit the gas? Now he hits the gas. And he gets a great jump on DeMeo as we take 3 laps to go. Slurp already getting aggressive, looking for the move. They're 4 wide at the back. For, I think, the 8th on back, that is. As there's yellows out in sector number 1. That's Chan. Chan is in the wall. As Joey and Banjo are going at it again for 4th place. Top 3 stay the same. Joey holds off Banjo for 4th. DeMeo on the softs. He has to be aggressive. He is all over Cole. Cole makes a mistake on the entrance to that corner, but holds on to it, holds on to the lead, now gets sideways. There's big shakeups at the back. JB Snoove, another time penalty.
That was an egregious.
As Aaron's in the wall, off the exit of that corner, which will lose him touch with the top 5. Cole still holding strong on the mediums. 4 tenths ahead of DeMeo, who is 4 tenths ahead of Slurp. DRS will be activated at the line as we take 2 laps to go.
This is prime position for DeMeo. I would think better tires surrounded by 2 guys on worse tires.
DeMeo with the run on Cole. Days to look for it. He goes to the inside for the lead. Coming to 2 to go. DeMeo, can he clear before they get there? Yes, he does. DeMeo leads. Coming to 2 to go. And just like that, he is well gone. Cole had a rough corner. DeMeo leads by half a second, but they will have DRS. 2 to go in Las Vegas. Formula Costco's debut in Las Vegas has not disappointed. And DeMeo leads it with a lap and some change to go. And if he holds on here, he would take a very important, well, it'd be 10-point lead in the championship going into the last 2 races. But Slurp still trying to make moves. But he has pressure from Joey and Benjo behind him on the soft tires. Cole and Slurp on the mediums, as we mentioned before. DeMeo holding strong. 4/10 ahead. Got very squirrely off that corner. Cole gains a little bit, but not enough to pressure him so far, but he will have that DRS. Top 5 altogether as there's a time penalty for Josh. Cole has the DRS now, or he will have it in about 100 meters. He has significantly more battery than DeMeo. Cole with the run. 2/10 back, 1/10 back. Will Cole look for the move? He does not. DeMeo holds him off. Everyone navigates that chicane safely. DeMeo hits the wall on the exit. But does not lose him any time, though. And coming to the white, he still leads. DeMeo, Cole, Slurp, Joey, Benjo. Who's going to take it? White flag is out in Las Vegas. One more time around. Looking back from DeMeo on Cole, who is trying everything he can to get closer and make a challenge for the win. Cole closing, using battery. Looking to the outside with the DRS is not close enough. DeMeo holding strong through Sector 1 for the final time. And crucially, Cole is still separating the championship fighters. Vector gets a time penalty. He is in 7th. There's still a lot of battling back in the field, but DeMeo still holding strong. Slurp is closer to Cole than Cole is to DeMeo right now. Into Sector 3 for the final time. There's a time penalty for Banjo, who is in 5th. DeMeo leads by 5/10. This is Cole's last chance right here in this DRS zone. Cole has 35% more battery. What can he do with it? DRS is activated, so is the ERS. Cole is going to close up. 3/10, 2/10. DeMeo's flashing. Here comes Slurp to the outside of both of them. Slurp goes to the outside of Cole for 2nd place, and there's contact. Slurp's almost in the wall. Cole's in the wall. There's contact between everybody. DeMeo's going to be able to pull away, and Slurp drops all the way down to 5th place. He's battling for 4th, and now DeMeo is going to come through. It's a huge win in Vegas for DeMeo. He's going to win it and take a commanding championship lead. DeMeo wins in Las Vegas, and Slurp rebounded to 3rd. Oh my goodness, what a crazy ending. And that will mean a 10-point championship lead for DeMeo going into the last 2 races.
Wow. All contact, they're losing parts of their wings. I don't even think Slurp got damaged. He just got passed by all those guys that got freight trained. Was only able to get up to 3rd, but it's a great recovery in the final corner and straight away to get back up there.
Yeah, that was crucial for Slurp to get those positions back. It was looking like he was going to finish 5th there. Wow. Safe to say Las Vegas did not disappoint in his Formula Costco debut. And DeMeo celebrates the P1, his 3rd win of the season, and the biggest one so far.
He'll only gain 9 points, right? Or wait. Yes, because
I'm not sure who got fastest lap. Let's
Slurp.
see. Slurp did get fastest lap. Okay, so it'll be a 9-point championship lead for DeMeo. Let's see if we can talk to him after a crazy race.
real quick, I think
Yeah,
driver
Las
of the day,
Vegas.
if I were to give it to anybody, it's Aaron Templin for sure. Sixth place, no
Yeah.
penalties, kept it home clean.
Gonna talk to DeMeo. I also want to talk to Slurp after, if possible. We'll see if we can get both of them. Get both their perspectives on what happened at the end and their thoughts going into the last two races.
Cole, Cole posted a Instagram Instagram story during the safety car there. That's how long that took, by the
Did he
way.
really?
Yep.
Shades of Brad Keselowski. These are not working, it seems like.
1 second, I'll try to.
Trying to invite DeMeo and Slurp. Talk to them one by one, but. Oh, there's DeMeo. Alright, cool. DeMeo, include your audio, please.
Sure did.
Alright. A huge win number 3 this season. Formula Costco's debut in Las Vegas. A lot of storylines going on. Take me through your thoughts right now after that crazy ending.
Oh my god, it was insane. You know, when the safety car originally came out, I figured softs were kind of the no-brainer, so I put those on. I saw that Slurp and Cole were on mediums, which kind of had me rethinking my decision, but Josh being so far back really helped because we only had 3 laps of racing left to go after the safety car ended, so I knew I was in a decent position. I was hoping if I got in front of Cole, I would be able to pull away in the tight corner section enough to where he wouldn't get DRS or at least would be really far back, but it didn't quite work out as I anticipated. Um, and I knew I was kind of a sitting duck there going down the back stretch on the final lap. Um, and going into the second to final corner, I kind of overshot the corner, honestly, because I was anticipating Slurp was going to send it on my outside, but I guess him and Cole made contact, and it was very relieving to look in my mirror and see the two of them beating off one another and basically ruining their races. So it kind of handed the win to me on a silver platter. Um, yeah, that was crazy. I really thought I was a sitting duck and was going to end up finishing third because I was just going to get freight trained by the two of them on the straightaway. But I don't know. That's not how it worked. That's not how it played out. And it certainly played out in my favor. So I'm certainly not going to complain.
Yeah, Slurp made the aggressive move, go into that tight section. It unfortunately didn't work out for him. He almost finished 5th, which would have been even crazier and better for you. But either way, he came home 3rd, and that leaves you with a 10-point, or 9-point, excuse me, 9-point lead going into Brazil and Abu Dhabi. How is your confidence right now with that points lead?
Certainly cautiously optimistic. Brazil still holds some not so fun memories of me kind of losing the season 2 championship there with a very similar points lead going into the race. So it's certainly not all said and done. Anything could happen, but I'm confident. This is the fastest I've felt ever in this league. I feel like I'm able to regularly contend for wins on a weekly basis for the most part now, which is something I can't really say for seasons prior. So I'm confident, and I'm just gonna go into the next 2 weekends with the same thought process as I have this whole season, and that's to just give it my all.
Well, good to hear that. We'll be looking forward to the last two races of the season. Congratulations on your third win. Definitely the most important one, I would say, for you so far.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
All right. Potato, you got any questions for DeMeo?
No, I think just advice for these final two races, just keeping in that podium. It's been really good for you this season. So just staying in that podium, being safe, but also being aggressive when you need to. And I think that
Yep.
championship could be in the cards.
That's the hopes. We'll see.
All right. Thank you, DeMeo. Now we're
Thank
going to
you.
flip over to his championship rival, Slurp, who was on the wrong side of that coin today. Slurp, is your audio included?
Yeah.
All right, so take me through your thoughts at the end and why you chose the mediums over the softs.
I didn't realize Josh Brown was in another planet and thought the safety car would be in at least a lap earlier. That was my thought process, and I was just hoping on the softs would wear out pretty quickly.
All right, so what about the last lap? You made that move on Cole going into the last couple of corners there. I know you got to try to get those points, but take us through what happened there and how you were able to rebound from fifth to third in the last straightaway as well.
So, entering the backstretch, it was DeMeo, a little bit up ahead of Cole, and that was a decent bit of ways from Cole. And I was like, okay, my hope is that Cole tries to pass DeMeo and they get squirrely in the chicane or something, and I take advantage. But instead, I'm just watching Cole sit there and do nothing. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't try and pass. If he tried, he told me he was saving ERS for the final straight, but if he just passes DeMeo there, they'll be on pretty much equal ERS. Cole will probably have more, and he has an easy win because the last straightaway doesn't have any DRS, and Cole has an easy win. It's simple as that, but not. It acts like I'm not going to do it. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
And acts like I'm not going to do anything when I need points, and I'm not going to just let points go away from me if he's just sitting there. He doesn't understand that other people are racing, I think. And then I was in front of him entering the chicane, and then he pretty much just walled me. Joey saw it. Joey told me that Cole just walled me, and then Banjo and Joey stacked up behind him, and that's how I got back to third.
Certainly a crazy ending on both sides.
Yeah.
I want to ask you now, with the 9-point deficit to DeMeo, how do you view the last two races?
Me? What? I swear he said DeMeo. Wait, my bad.
No, I was talking to you.
Oh, my bad. Brazil, I like Brazil. It's pretty cool. If it rains, then I think I have a much better shot at getting points on DeMeo. I like rain. And then Abu Dhabi, we haven't been there at all on F124s, so I don't know about that. But this race tonight did demoralize me a little bit. I didn't think I'd lose that many points, and it's just gonna be an uphill battle in the final two races. Hopefully I can overcome it.
Well, we certainly wish you the best of luck. We're hoping for the best championship battle that we can get. Thank you, Slurp. Thank you, DeMeo, for talking to us. Congratulations, DeMeo, once again. And we wish you both luck going into the last two races. Whoever comes out on top certainly deserves it. It's been a very, very fun battle to watch. But other than that, we're going to sign off here from Las Vegas. A very entertaining debut for Las Vegas in Formula Costco. DeMeo coming out on top. We head to Brazil next week for the penultimate race of Season 5 with DeMeo up by 9 points on Slurp. We will see you guys then.